Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We are back in the oasis of Ahâba. But now that we have gathered all the forces throughout Izighûz, it seems we are finally ready to march to Emax Dûl. We gotta check this. Thanks to your efforts and the words of Sorkamal, we now have the Araduni, the Beltani, and the former thralls of Esh Mêkag on our side. It is time to plan our attack on Emax Dûl. Our soldiers have begun to rally at Ahâba. Meet us here tonight. After everyone is settled in, we will devise our strategy with the leaders of our allied factions.
Traveling in these lands, I have made bonds with many whose stories are like mine. The tyranny and depravity of Ordâkh has armed us with a common resentment. As rebellion gathers at my back and allies join my table, we plan to besiege Emax Dûl.
Oh boy, this is exciting. So we have Sorkamal, we have Captain Hanavu, Evuzam, Numûru, Unusali, Rasal. Boy, a lot of people in here. So, as usual, let me just see if I can grab a cool picture of everyone here. And Mizâdi and her men. Alright. We'll see. Oops.
Despite our growing numbers, this will still be a difficult battle. Let us hear how everyone thinks we should proceed. We are gathered. Hamati, Araduni, Beltani, those who were once thralls of Esh Mêkag. Let us now plan the siege of Emax Dûl and the destruction of our enemies.
The forces of the Makera Ardu are on their way from the Dawn, Warden. They will be here soon. Join the forces of Hamat renewed.
We will have enough soldiers with the arrival of the Araduni, but the problem remains. Emax Dûl is situated high on the cliffs, with only one entrance across the bridge. It is most defensible. If we attempt to storm the gates across this narrow bridge, their archers will easily pick us off before any can draw swords.
Is there no other way inside the fortress?
None that we have found.
We also lack the supplies for a long siege. Ahâba is blessed with food and water in a harsh land, but not nearly enough for an army. Emax Dûl has supplies enough to outlast us.
A problem indeed. We cannot have come this far only to be turned away at the gates. We must find another... What is that commotion?
Shara Mizâdi! We are under attack!
Oh boy.
How can this be? Arm yourselves!
Who's attacking?
Warriors of Ordâkh, prepare for death!
We meet again, Mizâdi! For Eikamat!
Wow.
I will allow you to march upon my palace unchallenged! Let us see how fierce you really are!
When I finish
I know you're lurking around here somewhere about food. I'm glad to take your head.
Okay, here we have Varsha.
for you!
Of course, Varsha and Góramul are gonna escape.
They retreat! The snakes dared to launch a surprise attack at night, and yet they were easily outmatched.
Now, do we need to talk with someone?
someone else approaches. Who's there? Come into the light!
Who are you?
I am Kotráka Saiya, Princess of Ordâkh. I greet you, Mizâdi Ingari, and ask for parley.
The Saiya? What is this? Are you not here with Góramul Sai?
I am not. I have come to propose an alliance.
Lower your weapons. I am listening.
Something is deeply wrong in Emax Dûl. We are surrounded by enemies on all sides, and corruption stirs from within. Góramul stubbornly refuses to abandon a hopeless situation, and chooses instead to launch cowardly attacks and ally with dark powers in his desperation. I must act to protect my family. I propose a deal. Help my son and daughters escape the palace, and I will show you a secret way inside the city.
Uh-huh. Do you mean I don't have permission to use that? Ah, gotta talk with her first.
Please, hear my words. I wish only to save my family.
Okay, I think we are all listening. Here. Okay.
I cannot say I expected this. Can we trust her? Have we any choice?
And I think the answer to both questions is no, but we'll see.
Tell Kotráka Saiya I will hear her story. Her words must convince us to put our fates in the hands of an Ordâkh High Princess. Will they do this?
She has risked her life by coming here, and I believe she knows this. This gives me pause enough to hear what she has to say. And where is she? Here. Ah, a session play. Kotráka Saiya tells the truth of life inside the palace of Emax Dûl. This is the first glimpse we're gonna get of the palace. Wow. I mean, sure. Give it to me. Yeah, I just hope the game doesn't die on me. This splash screen, by the way, that we got after the update, really cool. Yeah, I know it's the same as before, but the higher resolution, it has I think a more vibrant color palette. I mean, I love it. I think they did a great job with it, and the update really helps showcasing how good the artwork is when you are seeing it on its native resolution. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I do enjoy this change. A small one that we really hadn't had the time to see on the series before, because I start the episodes. There is no room for this splash screen the way I record this, but please. Oh, there we go. You scared me there for a moment. Just need to wait for this loading screen. And now we need to get out. And hopefully getting out will not be a problem. We'll see.
My family and I only recently arrived in Emax Dûl. Life was not so different at first, trading one palace for another. But recently something has changed. Of late, I felt a growing unease, as if something was hidden from me. 2 days ago, I decided it would be necessary to act, to save the lives of my children.
Yeah, somehow the game is treating this like a brand new character So you're getting a bunch of deeds and a bunch of things that if you had just created a new character, precisely, so yeah, I think it's actually... No? Okay. No big, I mean, this is good enough. Just bring this one here. Again, bunch of deeds. What do we have here in terms of skills? I see glare. Alright, diplomatic words. What we're going for with this, but...
Tell me of this Shara Mizâdi, the one who seized your lion crown.
A pretender, a usurper. She has falsely claimed the crown of Aragil, Zaquena. I humbly request the aid of more soldiers to defeat her and secure Ekhamat's alliance with Ordâkh.
I understand she has allied with Zajâna and marches her army to Izighûz. In pursuit of you, Parshur. It seems your personal vendetta has endangered both the interests of the Empire and our very lives.
Surely, she is not a large enough force to threaten Emax Dûl.
No, but she proves skilled at bringing others to her cause. She leads a growing rebellion against Ordâkh that furthers her own selfish goals. But fear not. We will deal with her one way or another. Be prepared to put your honor aside, Parshur, to cut the head off this movement before it can become a true threat.
As you say, Góramul Sai, I will prepare our forces.
Okay. Góramul. I mean... Yeah, I think this is also the first real glimpse we get of Góramul. Getting to know him. Yeah, it's nice to finally be able to put a face to our enemy, I guess.
I assume you overheard some of that. Our enemies are nearly at our doorstep. We must strike before they form an alliance and encircle Emax Dûl.
The Sidus rebels approach from the east, while the upstart serpents of Araduna approach from the west. Our enemies are nearly at our doorstep. We must strike before they form an alliance and encircle Emax Dûl. But do not worry. I will oversee our forces and ensure we are victorious. We cannot abandon Emax Dûl. We cannot fail the Hul. We cannot abandon Emax Dûl. We cannot fail the Hul. Góramul seems momentarily entranced. He snaps back to normal when he hears someone else enter the room.
My Sai, I bring you word from our dark ally.
Approach, priestess.
Who are you?
I fear our guest is becoming impatient. She feels our grip on Murja lies slipping. She would offer you great gifts, my Sai. You need only ask for her assistance. She would gladly heal my poor nephew, whose injuries from the Pelennor seem never to heal.
Betrayers of Ordâkh! Prepare for death!
I know the strength that would attach to any boom that comes from her.
As you wish, my Sai. However, I would advise that we find ways to defeat our enemies swiftly, or there may be consequences. My apologies, sister. I would have thought your husband would have informed you. If he has not explained, he must not want to trouble you with it. And I would not want to displease the Sai.
Sister? Why? I inquired as to just who this Arch ally is and why I was not made aware of an important guest in the palace before this. My apologies, sister. I would have thought your husband would have informed you. If he has not explained, he must not want to trouble you with it, and I would not want to displease the Sai. All you need to know is we have a powerful ally on our side, who will ensure a prosperous future for us and the Empire. She flashes an innocent smile, but does not elaborate any further.
A dark ally? I trusted Góramul to negotiate on our behalf. I was alarmed this was the first I was hearing about our mysterious guest, and troubled that neither my husband nor my sister would tell me more. I decided to go check on my son Oatis'Buk, still infirmed months after fighting bravely on the Pelennor. Many healers have attempted, but his wounds do not heal. A mysterious illness seems to sap his strength.
And where is he exactly? Well, I would assume on the upper chambers, right? If he's sick. It's not gonna be on the lower level. I don't think so. But not here. Or maybe behind the door? I really shouldn't be jumping with this character. I mean, there is an animation for it, but A is not the most elaborate of animations, too. Realistically, this is not a character that would be jumping. Does not fit his position, her position, sorry. So this is not the one. If this is not the one, then we do need to go up. Royal Guard. Ah, this other one. Ratulko.
Kotráka Saiya. My apologies. I was just visiting my old friend. I pray for his good health. It is such a shame I was not able to save him from the king of Rohan's great cleaver of a sword. If only I had struck him down a little sooner.
Yeah, of course Ratulko is hiding something. One, that dialogue was really suspicious. Two, we know Theoden didn't die like this. Use your icy glare on Ratulko. Oh boy, yeah. Of course, if we get these skills, it's precisely because we need to use them. And Ratulko is below the Saiya's stature, so her glare is meant for this kind of situations, precisely.
I will give you some privacy. Excuse me, Sai.
My husband's lapdog does not deserve my attention. Yeah, get out of my sight. Nope. Kotráka Saiya. What? Oh, okay. Oatis'Buk's condition is much the same. His whole body glistens with sweat, fighting both his wounds and an ever-returning fever. He occasionally thrashes in the bed, softly moaning. Is he having nightmares of the battle? I could not know, and was being consumed by my helplessness. How can a mother watch her son suffer so?
I could only bear to watch my son suffer for so long before I had to depart. I had 3 more children to check on. Strong-willed daughters who usually like to play tricks on the servant staff and explore the palace. But Lately, they also seemed troubled and unwilling to leave their home.
But that's how they pull off Saiya's voiceover, by having a copy of her character invisible to us, where they can anchor or lock, I don't know, the dialogue. Is this their chamber? I mean, you gotta keep in mind, this is our very first time in Emax Dûl. How are we supposed to know where to go? I mean, you're not giving me a lot of directions. I don't get it. Is there like another door we need to go through? Explore the palace. Well, that's what they like to do. The palace servant. Maybe they are playing a prank on him? Maybe. Oh, not you. You really need to give me more. Jiva. Oh, come on. Right here. What? Boy, this is confusing. Where exactly? What do I do not to lose her? It doesn't seem to be around here either. Oh, but there is someone in here. Lokoya. My daughter should be in bed at this hour, but I noticed that my younger Kijiva was missing. I asked my eldest Lokoya if she knew where she was. She said she was bored and went to explore. I tried to stop her, but she ran off before I could block the door. I think she went to the garden. Sorry, mother. Please don't be too angry with her.
At least one of my daughters was acting like herself, I thought. I want to go find her before she got herself into trouble.
So we have Aduri, Lokoya, and Kijiva. And we need to find her in the gardens. Which are... This one's, yeah. Oh.
What was that? A woman?
Oh boy. I asked Kijiva who she was speaking to, growing increasingly concerned. I don't really know. We call her the Pale Lady. She talks to me sometimes. I was alarmed and asked if my other daughters knew about her. Yes, she talks to all three of us. I've seen her studying a Toti book before too. Do you think she can help him?
I tried not to panic in front of my child. Was this Pale Lady the mysterious dark ally? I needed to escort Kijiva back to bed. I hoped I would not see the Pale Lady again.
Right, so you come with me, young lady. But now that I come to think of it, this is a really nice view of the palace. But you come with me, young lady. Oh. Oh boy, I don't like this. I asked Lokoya if she knew about a Pale Lady. She turned white as a sheet at the mention of the name. Yes. I don't know what she is or what she wants. She has appeared to all of us. Aunt Barkurani warned us not to mention her to anyone, so I haven't. She starts to cry. Mother, I'm afraid to leave her bedroom. Can we please go back to Ordâkh?
I was frightened, enraged, and desperate to find a way to help my children. How could Góramul have allowed this creature into our home and near our children without informing me? I decided to confront him.
Oh boy, this is not gonna end well. My God, you are so creepy.
You forget yourself, Kotráka. I have everything under control.
I demanded answers. Yes, my husband is the crown prince, but something was deeply wrong, and I would not allow it to threaten my children. You forget yourself, Kotráka. I have everything under control. I used your diplomatic words to convince your husband. Alright.
I pleaded with him. Our enemies surround us. His lapdogs, Barshud and Ratulko, are incompetent. And this mysterious dark ally corrupts us from within. Please, let us flee with our children and escape from our enemies and this dark ally alike while we still can.
How dare you ask me to choose between my duty to the empire I am heir to and my own family?
I cannot! We cannot abandon Emax Dûl! We cannot fail the Hul! We cannot abandon Emax Dûl! We cannot fail the Hul!
He was already lost. I decided I would have to act to save myself and my children.
Góramul's eyes welled with tears. What? Somewhere inside? What? No! Well, I will need to review what else happened, but yeah, basically, I don't know, it seems he regained control of himself for just a while, realized what was going on, apologized. I mean, you can pause the video, and I will do so when I check the footage. But for now, I don't have any idea what that said. Creepy. But at least we know there is only one Tarduth in Emax Dûl. I mean, one is more than enough. We have our wizard. Think we have pretty good chances. Again, I have not run LOTRO Burials yet, but, well, Incanush and Glorfindel were there. I don't know how many Tartooth were part of the raid, but I would still say the odds are stacked in our favor.
And that is why I decided to come to you, my enemies, and beseech you for your help. Please, you must understand what a desperate mother would do to save her children. Even if it is too late for my husband, I had to do something.
Well, I think Mizâdi can understand, can relate. Let me see what she has to say, what she thinks, and I'll be back.
She believes some dark force now controls her home, and she must abandon both him and her station to save her children's lives.
Mizâdi pauses, deep in thought. I am not sure I fully understand what is happening in the palace, but I understand her grief and desperation. Those are things I can trust. I will accept her deal, and we will rescue her children.
Even if we cannot be sure that Kotráka Saiya's help will turn the tide of the coming battle in our favor, the time to act is now.
Góramul Sai knows we are here and will attack Ahâba again unless we can push him into a defensive position in his fortress. You will begin that push. There is an Ordâkh camp between here and Emax Dûl called Jolakuro. I want you and Captain Hanabu to attack it. This will both force them to retreat behind their walls and clear the road for the rest of our troops to get into position to siege the city. The captain has already left with enough Araduni to attack the camp. Meet him there. I will learn what I can from Kotráka Saiya and our strategy will be set in motion. So, what do we got here? So we got Tales of Izighûz. Come on. Some reputation, the title. Aid to Izighûz. Valor is now level 91. Good, we have the new deed, Renewer of Izighûz, but we also completed Tales of Murjala. Some extra reputation. Rejuvenator of Murjala. Good, more virtue XP, Valor is level 92. That's basically it, some LOTRO points, some goodies. So Explorer and Slayer, that's gonna take a while. Tales of Murjala, 10 LOTRO points, Rejuvenator of Murjala, okay. And 8 to Izighûz. That's what we got. Rejuvenator of Murjala. You have done much to aid the citizens of Murjala, yeah. And where is... There we go, aid to Izighûz, you have done much to aid the peoples of Izighûz. I mean, not a big deal. 10 LOTRO points. God, we are about to hit level 158, why can't we do it? But the good news is... Well, one, we have already completed the deed, so we should be getting really close to finishing. But two, we're also really close to reaching Emax Dûl, leveling up.
Silver into gold.
Ah. Are these the quests? I mean, have we finally unlocked all the other 160 quests that we were not ready to do yet? It seems so. I had hoped you would find me. There are many here in your debt. Were it not for your action, our lives would be at an end. There is no recompense we can provide, as destitution is the plight of our moment, but we would invite you to entreat with us, those you saved, for a modest gift of storytelling. Across this bridge to the north, you will find Avar. Beyond him, beneath the canopy and near the ship pen, Bilgera, and beneath the canopy nearest the stable masters, you will find Malgaras. Each has a story to share. Will you meet with them and then return to me? Sure, but I just want to double check. Yeah. Yeah, it seems... Seems that is it. I don't know, what should we do first? Well, we are already here. We can talk to some of these guys, I guess.
What can I do for you?
You have come from Phardâli? Great is the debt I owe, and little in my keeping can repay such valor. I have naught of worth but a tale, and even that lies heavy upon the heart. It is not as gracious as the whiff of Vilgera, nor the bold song of glory spoken by Malgadas. Nay, mine is a darker telling, a warning drawn from the dust of sorrow and ruin. Yet, such as it is, I offer it as recompense, for it is all I have, and you have saved my life. Will you stay a while and hear it spoken?
Now, we come to a tale of folly, a tale of ambition unbridled, the story of a king whose hunger for greatness far outstripped his wisdom.
A king whose pride cost his people a generation of artisans and laborers. He weaves the tale of a king who dreamed beyond measure, a dream of a citadel to surpass the grandeur of Emax Dûl itself. His vision was to carve a bastion from the very bones of the mountains themselves, mountains that even the Temámir dare not to tread. The Var's voice darkens, painting a grim picture as he recounts the folly of that decision. The king heedless commands to pierce the mountains, to cut into the stone where nature herself forbade it. The workers, laboring under the king's ambition, soon began to fall ill, struck by a mysterious wasting disease that sapped their strength and life. The Var speaks of bodies carried back to the hall of the king, pale and shrunken, their faces etched with a terrible sheen. He recounts with vivid detail the horrors of those 15 long years, of men and women toiling under the weight of a king's dream, even as their bodies withered and their lives dwindled. He stops for a brief moment.
The cries of revolt thundered through the streets, demanding the cessation of the cursed construction and the sealing of the mountain's heart. Thus it was that the surviving workers, their strength spent, withdrew from the mountain.
There is a shift in his voice. The people, at last, rose against their oppressor. The cries of revolt thundered through the streets, demanding the cessation of the cursed construction and the sealing of the mountain's heart. The crowd roared in approval, a shared recognition of the power of the people's will to defeat tyranny. Thus it was that the surviving workers, their strength spent, withdrew from the mountain. They sealed the entrance and put an end to the blight that had threatened them all.
The folly of the king was not his ambition. That was a fire that could have led to glory. No, his folly was in his refusal to listen, to heed the counsel of advisors, or to listen to those who labored beneath his command.
The Bar bows his head, and you begin to ponder the sorrow, wasted lives, and lost opportunity beneath the triumph of the people. Then he breaks the silence. Thank you for hearing me. Heed well this tale. Yeah, even though we didn't get any names, I think it's pretty assumed to assume he was referring to Nagakhêdi's folly and potentially the awakening of the blight in Aragem. As of the time of recording this, we have just begun the second round of beta tasting for the raid, which is the folly of Nagakhêdi, a place that we just barely saw before. So, well, I mean, we know the raid is headed there. We know the blight originated from this place. The Var's tale seems to tell us a little more about what happened exactly, and it seems, again, these are level 160 quests, and If I understand this correctly, this will send us back to all other regions in the expansion and tie up some of the loose ends that we have left, such as Viznak and Radrock, and the Blight itself, but also Radrock and Phaedon, and the attack on Kotráka that we have not completed yet, and something else, but I mean, it's all coming together now, I think. What about you, Vilgera? I know your face, but not your name. I saw the courage in your eyes and your well-forged strength, the kind fostered not from pride nor the lure of gold, but from a steadfast heart for a cause both just and unknown. Phardâli said he would suggest you come, and I am glad you have. I offer a gift, not of silver nor of blade, but of memory, a tale long kept in the halls of the wise, of our people and of the city that stands at the jewel of Kiján. Grace dwells there, and always has, and always will. Will you hear it?
Zaraz Zar Odan.
It is a tale of how the pride of Kiján, the city of keys, Zajâna, came into being. He weaves a tale of ancient wealth and boundless riches, of travelers wise and seasoned who long ago carved a way stop between Zajâna and the distant lands of desert and jungle to the south. From this humble beginning, the city blossomed, its streets laden with the promise of knowledge and the riches of the world. The story unfurls, recounting the many triumphs of the city of keys, its foundation built on wisdom and the exchange of lore, its gates open to scholars, its halls shone with learning. From these fertile grounds, wealth and knowledge poured in like waters flowing from an unbroken stream. But the tale darkens then, shifting with the winds of time. A great sorrow befell the city. Vilgera shakes his head to ask for a moment while he mourns.
What can I do for you?
Now Zajâna stands as a beacon of liberty and wisdom, a citadel for reason, its halls hallowed by the pursuit of truth. The city of keys remains steadfast, the enduring home of scholars and keepers of lore. His voice softens in reverence. And though battered and broken, Zajâna shall endure. It shall safeguard the wisdom, the history, and the truths of our land and our people, tended in reverence by those who seek knowledge in the city of keys. He bows his head in solemn grace. Thank you for listening. Oh, come on. Do you mean this was not enough? Well, we're about to get it. You have heard Vilgera's tale. So, a tale of Nagakhêdi's folly, a tale of Zajâna, and I have a feeling that maybe this third story will have to do with either the Temámir or the land of Ansheru, something on the land of Ansheru. Because that would explain then why we are sent back to each one of these regions. We already have one story in Aragim, one story in Kiján. It would make sense for the third story to be set in Ansheru. But what would send us back to all those places, I wonder?
What can I do for you?
Glad am I to see your face, though strange in this land, it is welcome. You delivered us from a shadow long endured, and for that no thanks shall suffice. Phardâli wisely guided you to me, though I possess little to properly reward your deeds. I wonder, will an old tale, whispering the gloaming of my youth, recalled again in the gloom of the prison, suffice? Perhaps the glory it echoes will inspire you as it did us, though the lore is strange to those in the north, and may you remember the name as one of a doom-bringer or harbinger. Will you grant me patience a while and hear the tale?
Hearken, my people, hearken well. Hear now the tale of glory of the Menundâri, Izighûz the Worthy, the Eternal, who led our folk from the shadow of oppression. He who raised the mighty walls of Emax Dûl, he who watches over us still as the dawn warden. He who shall return.
A great cheer rose from the crowd, swelling with fervor. I raised my hands, bidding them to stillness. The clamor ebbing, I continued weaving the tale of the rise of Izighûz and glorious tapestry, a rebel leader who struck against the north, casting down their yoke and reclaiming the land for his people. his wisdom, his strength, and his boundless life extolled with reverence. I invoke the statue of the Dawn Warden, shining bright as the sun's first light, and the Citadel of Emax Dûl standing firm against the ages, praising both in fervent voice. And as my tale of the Eternal One reaches its zenith, he motions for you to step back.
If the stories of the Eternal One be true, then surely his return is at hand.
He pauses and offers a wry smile. A wave of cheers erupted, some voices loud, others hesitant, but all drawn in by the power of the tale. Yet amidst the joyous roar, a few remain silent, their eyes darkened with doubt. For not all hearts believe in the legend, and the tale, perhaps, has spanned too far beyond the threads of truth to grasp. Yet it remains a great tale of glory these lands once knew. Thank you for listening, traveler. I hope this tale is reward enough for your rescue. Well, you're getting me to level 158, so I will say it is. There we go. You have heard Malgada's tale. Alright, so just 2 more levels to go. Do we have enough XP to do it? I don't know. I am really worried. We are reaching the end of Iragal. And I don't know if these other quests will be enough. The King and the Pale Blight? A tale passed down through countless generations, yet the memory of many is fleeting and few recall with true clarity. Like others, I weave the tale with embellishments to suit eager ears, but mark this, friend. No maps speak of the Citadel of the King of Folly. No written lore survives to hint at its bearing. So great was the horror the king wrought. His reign was erased from history, passed only in oral tradition as a warning. Yet, among the Temámir dwarves, there may be maps of those peaks they dare not scale. Dwarves, unlike men, can recall the ancient history of stone. They will know of the place they will not delve. Not even the dwarves, so that would give you an idea of what kind of evil we are going up against. Whispers among the prisoners you freed spoke of the Temámir opening their doors once again. If such words are true, then perhaps you may seek out Betam the Couthful. Should he or any of his kin yet walk this earth, they will know the lands where even they dare not tread. But be warned, for I have heard it said that dealing with the Temámir always comes at a price. What do we do first? Is the questioning here. Because if we go back to Juret Menesh, we will be starting another questline entirely, and I'm not sure how that one relates to all the other stories. And of course, we still need to go to Emax Dûl and finish Mizâdi's questline, finish the epic. In fact, I think we have 2 full chapters of the epic missing, plus the epilogue. So maybe that should be indication enough that we are meant to go to Emax Dûl first. That and the fact that these levels are lower level. This is 159, clearing the way is 160. Well, not so much. I think I really need to ponder and need to consider my options. Maybe do some research and see which path would work best for the flow of the series to get a storyline as cohesive as possible. So, I mean, this episode is already long enough. We're gonna leave it in here while I do my homework, and I'll be back with you with an answer on the next one. For the time being though, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.